Alright guys, so we already have Snack City, Flavorful Fields, and Exotic Jungle in custom Bugsnax. So I just wanted to do a quick recap of all of the snacks and sauces. So yeah. Bruh. And I've made a decision that glaze will be the sauce for Exotic Jungle, and the sauce for Flavorful Fields will be maple syrup. It's maple syrup, a sauce that is commonly used for catching tough Bugsnax in the Flavorful Fields, and also a treat to the Grumpuses, most produced by Sticky Bugsnax. Alright, now enough of the talking, let's do the recap. Making a custom Bugsnax for you. Part 1. Okay, I'm doing this first one for Hunter Boyd F3Z for supporting me in my YouTube channel. Alright. So yeah. Thanks, Hunter Boyd. Let's make you Bugsnax. Yay! Alright, first off, we're gonna find out which feature you're gonna get. Either you're gonna get a Grumpus, Bugsnax, or a device. And you get a sauce. Pretty good. Good thing to start off. Okay. This is the first sauce. We're starting off with our first fan-made region for Bugsnax. My fan prediction for Bugsnax 2, Exotic Jungle, our first biome. Alright, we got this. Alright, so I wanted the design to be a little more, I wanted the stem to be a little bit more wonky, so to really fit the viney vibe, because, you know, it's a jungle after all, so I just need to add, like, some stems so I can, like, add the actual plants. So over here, that's good. Alright, and then, so there's, the first sauce you start off in game is ketchup. Like, yeah, like the first sauce you obtain in the game is ketchup. And then during the whole entire game, there has never been a mustard sauce. So what I'm going to be doing, my idea, make a mustard sauce, because we never had one. So basically, I'm just going to be adding some little, like, glue cap thingies. I'm just calling them that because they look like little cap thingies on glue. So yeah, I'm just doing. And I'm just going to put in some stripes over here. And let me just add some stripes to plant. Little plant. Alright. Now we're gonna add some little vines. Some little vines, yep, and then make the stem yellow like mustard. Yeah, and usually on the label there's like some blue paper on it, which is on the label. And then I might just color the cap blue too. And then, yeah, I'm feeling kinda illegal over here, so I'm just gonna paint the stems the opposite color, like, even though this is yellow, I'm gonna paint this green. And this may be green, but I'm making this yellow. The artists are gonna be crying. Oh, and that looks so bad. That looks super bad. Alright, you know what? Okay. Just to make the artists not disappointed, I'm just gonna make the stems green. Alright, you know what? That's good. Alright. Introducing mustard. the first plant of sauce you obtain in the exotic jungle region. So this thing can lure tons of new Bugsnax in this new region. So yeah, that's basically its description. Short and simple, like any other Bugsnax description. Alright, this next Bugsnax I'm making is for a sea beast on Roblox who seems like a fan of Bugsnax. Because most people think the Bugsnax fandom is dead. But it's not. So, yeah. We're going to be making you a Bugsnax. So, yeah, let's do this. Okay, also, sorry, I forgot, I made a mistake on making the outline black, because usually in the Bugsnax style, the outline is kind of like white, so I'm fixing that mistake. Or just add no outline, but I can't fix that mistake, so I'm basically just using black outline. Alright, let's do this. Alright, let's see what your feature will be. It's either going to be a Bugsnax, Grumpus, Sauce, or Device. And congratulations! You're the first commenter to be a Bugsnax. Yeah! Alright, now let's see what class of Bugsnax you'll be. You'll either be a legendary, a regular, or a splittable. Or a convergent form. And indeed, you became a convergent form. Yippee! Okay, now it's time to check how many types you will have. You're going to have 1 to 5 types. And it looks like you'll be having 3 types. And that's a really good number of types. But who knows what types you will have. So let's spin the first one. And the first one is green, so which means you'll be a green Bugsnax. And seems like it'll also be red. Seems like some kind of pepper or watermelon vibes. And the next one, aggressive. This is like some mama melon, literally. But I don't know how to make this something that's not similar to the legendary Bugsnax Mama Melon. So I'm going to try to find some green and red foods that are not melons. Okay, I know exactly what this Bugsnax will be based on. So there are some couple unique bugs, like a tailless whip scorpion, but I'm planning that to be a legendary Bugsnax, because a tailless whip scorpion literally looks like an alien. I mean, look at this thing. What would you do if you saw this in your bed tonight? Like, what would you do, bro? Like, look at this thing. Literally just look at this thing, man. Okay, I've made my decision. This Bugsnax will be based off of the famous stag beetle and the famous Japanese dish tanghulu. So yeah, that's what the Bugsnax will be based on, okay? Okay, how am I gonna make tanghulu in the shape of a stag beetle? This is the kind of hard questions I would prefer to do. So, most of the Bugsnax have sticks for limbs, so I'm making the limbs sticks, like, yeah. Pretty straightforward. And then I'm gonna make the whole hip thingy the grape. And I'm gonna use the lasso to move this around. I'm gonna need to, okay, stop it. Okay. Okay, and then for the head, I might be using strawberries, but the upside down triangle way. And then I'd rather make the stems of the strawberry, the little teeth thingies. I forgot what they were called. And then I'm gonna like put some like little other grapes here, little baby grapes over here, to like connect them together like that. And then I'm gonna add some like more sticks here, and then yep, I'm gonna add a bit more. I need to make the eyes a little bit big here, because you can't have a Bugsnax without those big old eyes. And it needs to be a little bit angry. All aggressive Bugsnax need to be angry, bro. You can't have an aggressive Bugsnax without the angry face. Okay. I am done with the layout. Now I'm gonna actually paint it, and then I'm gonna be coloring the grapes, and then the strawberry itself, and make the I'm gonna make the eyelids a little bit slightly darker for that. I'm gonna make the seeds. I'm adding the seeds. Okay, right now this looks like a mutated strawberry. So this looks like a mutated strawberry, but don't blame me. It's just how I designed it. So yeah. And then grapes have those little like olive holes in there. And this looks more like the snack squatch instead of like a. Yep. So I'm gonna like rotate it like wee. Alright. So I think I need to fix the off parts of this. So I'll be back in a sec, and I will. Yep. Montage. And I introduce you to Stag Hulu. He is Stag Beetle plus Tang Hulu. So he is a green, red, and aggressive type of Bugsnax. And he charges towards the player when feels threatened, and he might charge towards any snack device you try to catch him with. So it's gonna be nearly hard to catch him. So don't mind if you're struggling. Okay, honestly, I'm kind of proud of my first Bugsnax I made, so, cause this looks pretty decent for a first Bugsnax fan made. So yeah, on to the next and final one. Okay, this one's from a reply for a CD on Roblox, a user called the Sky12345, who said Snoopy. And I replied with, Snoopy indeed. Snoopy indeed. Snoopy indeed. So, I'll make him Bugsnax that's Snoopy indeed. Alright, first off, I'm making your feature. You better be a Bugsnax or else I'll be really disappointed. Ah, it's a sauce, bruh. It's a sauce. Okay. So Stag Hulu has to love something. Because if you're trying to catch him, you have to give him some, like, good bait. So, what I'm trying to make is glaze. Because that's literally what's on Tang Hulu. If I remember. I mean, I wouldn't say it's glaze. I'd say kind of like some hard candy or something. But I'm going with glaze here, man. Like, glaze fits more. So I'm like making it in little like S shapes, cause to show like the little drizzle vibe, the drizzle. I'm showing the little drizzle. All right, and then I'm gonna like give him some like pasty pattern over here. Okay, and I'm just now it just looks like a baby bottle, so I'm not doing that. I'm like gonna give it like a bottle cap, a little round bottle cap, but that it looks less of a baby bottle, but it still kind of looks like one. But be happy for what you have. So yeah, I remember glaze being like kind of like yellow white, kind of like a vanilla-y one. And I'm gonna like add some like dark yellow for the cap. So now I'm just gonna add some. I'm gonna add some like drizzle for the main pattern of the stem. Yeah, add some like stitchy patterns too. And then let's add some like mid limey green. Yep, like this now looks like all whimsical and magical. So anyways, I introduce you to glaze. You're glazing now, huh? Yeah, you people are glazing. Alright, I'm just kidding. This thing is what will help you catch Stag Hulu. So if you put this on your trap, that's when Stag Hulu will get attracted to it and will stay there for a couple of whiles until he runs away. So catch it while you can, because you can't catch him. He's a Stag Hulu man. Okay, guys, these three Bugsnax features have been really, really great, dude. So this is like really, I'm really proud of what I made right now, dude. Like, bro, I mean, look at this thing. Does this look like it would be in the actual game of Bugsnax, dude? Like, I mean, you don't have to say yes, but at least I'm still proud of mine. So yeah, if you enjoyed me working my fingers off while making Bugsnax, make sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell, even though this wasn't that long. So yep, this will become a series for like the weekdays if I have time. So yeah, making custom Bugsnax for you, part 2. Alright, so last time we made some pretty good stuff like the mustard sauce, Stag Hulu, green, red, aggressive, and I forgot to tell you, Stag Hulu is a convergent of Spuddy. It may not look like it, but it is. Or it could be Strabby. So, but yeah, I'll make a poll on my post saying which one does Stag Hulu look more, Strabby or Spuddy. And we made glaze, which means I'm glazing, so yeah. Okay, I don't really know who to spin the wheel for, so I'm just doing it straight from scratch. So yeah, let's do this. Okay. Come on. And looks like you'll be a sauce. Okay, unfortunately, we can't have too much sauces in one region, so yeah, I don't think we'll be doing sauces here. I will, yeah, I'll make Bugsnax a little bit bigger, so yeah, let's do this. Okay, now I fixed it, so let's do this again. Alright. Oh, come on, bro. There! Now it should be better. Okay, you know what? Just in case. Fine. That's good. Now we can spin it. So let's see what you get. And you get a Bugsnax. That's a good one. And so now let's see which one. Yeah. That was weird. So first things first, we're gonna see which class of Bugsnax you are gonna be. And it seems like you'll be a regular, and there's nothing wrong with that. Now we're gonna see how many types you will have, either 1 to 5. And it seems like you'll be having 2 types. Really good choice. Now time to see which 2 types you'll be. First type is Frosty. And then now, the next one will be Burrowing. A Frosty burrowing Bugsnax. That seems like a bit of a twist to do. Alright, I've made my decision. This Bugsnax will be based off the bagworm, infamous, and the snack is going to be based off the little circly ice cream thingies. I forgot what they're called. The little circly ice cream thingies. Yeah, that's what I'm going to be calling them. I introduce you to Dot's worm. It hides on top of the trees, hanging out in a little, how should I say, bagwormy position. But when you hit it, it will fall into the water, and when it's exposed to water, it will become its weak form into a little worm that burrows to protect itself and become a new bagworm. Or should I say, a new Dot's worm. It loves glaze and hates stag hulus. Alright, let's see this next one, shall we? Let's see what you will be. I introduce you to vanilla extract, a beloved sauce that is loved by many, many Dot's worms and is good for baiting Dot's worms, which are useful to catch. So yeah, when you're looking for Dot's worm, I recommend using this as bait to catch it. And that's enough sauces for this region. Can we stop doing sauces? Alright. This next one better be a Bugsnax or else. Alright, and it is a Bugsnax, so yippee! Okay, let's see which one you will be. Let's see which class of Bugsnax you will. Oh! You are a legendary Bugsnax! That is pretty good, my friend. Now it's time to see how many types you have. You better have a lot, because, of course, you are a legendary Bugsnax, and you need to have a lot of types. Well, this is strange. We have a legendary Bugsnax with 1 type. So let's see what this one type will be. Alright, let's see which one you will be. It's either going to be breakable. And you landed on sticky. We are going to be doing a sticky type. And yeah. I don't know how the Bugsnax will work though. It's kind of going to be like Cheddar Mortal Rex, where you don't really have to like break it. You look at like, I don't know. I am making my decision for Legendary Bugsnax. It will be based off a tailless whip scorpion and sourdough dough. Let's do this. And say hello to Sour Whip Dopian. This thing roams around the trees of the exotic jungle. And once it's been spotted, it will charge towards you and whip you with its little sourdough antennas. The only way to weaken it is to keep on tripping it with a trip shot or something. And it loves vanilla and glaze. And it despises nothing. Because it protects all the Bugsnax of the exotic forests. And he cherishes the sauces and everything that's nature inside of the exotic forest. So he may look angry, but he appreciates the things in the exotic forest. Okay, it's time to do another one. We're either going to get a Bugsnax, and it's another Bugsnax. We go. Okay, first things first, we're going to do step 1. Which class will you get? And you will get a convergent form of a past Bugsnax in the first game. So, yeah. Okay. Let's see which type you will be. So, let's see. Four types. That's going to be a good one. And then, step 3. Which 4 types will you be? You will be aggressive. Seems like a bunger type. And then aggressive and breakable. A breakable bunger. Seems pretty off. And frosty. I don't know how am I supposed to make a bunger out of those. Okay, and last one. What? Flying? Wait a minute. What if this could mean Buffalocust? No, it couldn't be a Buffalocust. I know the perfect one for this. I introduce you to Prince Bombino. This thing soars through the maps of the exotic forest looking for its next prey. If it finds some, then it'll take it to its lair and then wait until it's time for it to eat it. It needs to be tripped for it to be catchable. And if it gets in water, it only has 20 seconds until it breaks apart and splits into other Bombinos. And yes, Bombinos will be a reoccurring game. I mean, a reoccurring Bugsnax in Bugsnax 2. Yep. Yep, I think that's all. And that's 5 out of 10 for Exotic Jungle. 1 is Stag Hulu, 2 is Dot's Worm, 3 is Sour Whip Dopian, number 4 is Prince Bombino, and 5 is a regular Bombino. So, yeah, that's going to be all for today's episode. And if you enjoy me spend my time on making other Bugsnax, then make sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. And 3 out of 3 sauces. And that's it. Bye-bye. Creating custom Bugsnax for you. Okay, let's see which feature will you be. And it seems like you're going to be a device. So this seems nice. I introduce you to Snack Clap. This thing is used specifically for aggressive Bugsnax. None of the trapping devices work on aggressive Bugsnax. So basically you had to use this to clap out them. So they can get dizzy and you can just catch them with your snack trap. And it can't work on elemental Bugsnax because it will get frozen or burn away and you have to get a new one. And it does not work on, it will possibly work on legendary Bugsnax. Making a custom Bugsnax for you! Part 4. Alright, sir, first off, we're going to start off which feature you're going to be. And it seems like you're going to be a Bugsnax. That's a really cool feature. Definitely one of the most main features in the game. Alright, now we're going to see how many types you're going to have. And it seems like you're going to have 4 types, which is definitely a lot for a regular type. Now we're going to see which class you're going to be. And it seems like you're going to be a splittable Bugsnax. So we're going to be making a bunch of Bugsnax for you. Okay, first off, we're going to see which types you're going to have. And it seems like the first one's going to be breakable. Oh, yes, of course. For a splittable Bugsnax, it's pretty obvious. And then your next one is going to be evasive, which means it will be bouncy and mostly energetic. And then let's see your next type. And it looks like it's going to be burrowing. Seems pretty hard. This is going to seem pretty hard to do. And then it looks like for your last type, it's going to be green. So a green, breakable, burrowing, evasive type. This is going to be a bit of a twist to do. I introduce you to Cabacricket. This thing is an energetic Bugsnax that jumps from bush to tree. And then it can break apart when it gets tripped on with a snack clap. Its first breakable form is Dew Worm, the plant dew plus worm Bugsnax. This factor of Cabacricket mainly focuses on the burrowing factor, and it will burrow around the whole map. The second splittable factor is Leafacnid, which is based off the leaves and an arachnid. It roams around the map and will hide in a bush if it's threatened. It mainly focuses on the green factor of the Cabacricket. And its last splittable factor is Fleenich. This one mostly focuses on the evasive factor and will jump from tree to tree in the exotic forest. Making a custom Bugsnax for you! Alright, so we are on the second region called the Flavorful Fields, and alright, Monster Man 69011, let's make you a custom Bugsnax. Alright, first off, we gotta start you off with the class of the Bugsnax you're gonna be being, and seems like you're gonna be a splittable Bugsnax, kinda like Cabba Cricket in the last episode. Alright, now we're gonna see how many types you're gonna have, and it seems like you're gonna have one type. Doesn't seem really good, but okay, I'll take it. Alright, now we're gonna see which type you will be. And it seems like you will be green, and a green breakable Bugsnax. And this is gonna be a bit of a twist to make, even harder than Cabba Cricket. And I introduced you to the walking leek bug. This thing walks around the flavorful fields and is kind of shy, obviously, and will hide behind a bush. Even though it looks big and strong, it's completely fragile inside. And while broken, it'll turn into two same Bugsnax of the same type. And those Bugsnax are the Leaklings. These things come in 3 based off the little 3 dark green patterns on the walking leaf bug. And they are completely energetic and will jump toward you if you encounter them. They are really excited to see people they've never met and other Bugsnax they've never met. I still need to make a sauce on what they like though. And as you know, they are green in typings. Making a custom Bugsnax for you! Part 8. Alright, Lemon Cat Y3L, I pre-recorded the spinning, so don't get mad at me if I don't add the spinning, cause I already drew the Bugsnax, because I already spun the wheel, and I forgot to record that, so yeah. That's what's gonna happen, so sorry. I introduce you to Kim Jacket, the Kimchi plus Yellow Jacket Bugsnax. This thing is the legendary Bugsnax of the Flavorful Fields. This Bugsnax has always had a hot temper and a cold heart, which explains why it's both cold and hot at the same time. In its first form, it will both be frosty and spicy, and then it's gonna be a bit tough to catch, so you're gonna need to trip it with a trip shot, and then it'll fall to water. In its second phase, it will become only spicy form, so it's gonna fly wall to wall, and it's also a little bit less vulnerable. And it's also a little bit less vulnerable with its wings gone, so yeah, that's another chance to pluck it off with some grapple hook thingies in the game. So yep, if you do that, it will fall into another body of water. So yeah. After you do that, it's gonna go back into its worm form. I mean, it's still tough, and you wonder why. And then you realize it's the little brown thing of meat stuck to its back. You tried taking that off, but nothing will work because it's burrowing under the ground. So yeah, you could find one way to take it off, by luring it onto the solids with a buggy ball. And then now it will get it out, and it will trip on the solid ground. And then now, finally, it's a good chance to catch. Making a custom Bugsnax for you! Alright, Drawing Kid Z9L. Let's see which class of Bugsnax you're going to be. And it seems like you're going to be another splittable Bugsnax. And wait a minute, another one? Alright, let's redo that one. And it seems like you're going to get a convergent form. Alright, it seems pretty good. Alright, now we're going to see how many types you're going to get. And it seems like you're going to get one type. Alright, a convergent one type. Alright, this seems a bit of a twist. Now finally, let's see which type you're going to be. And you're going to be a spicy one. Oh, the Flavorful Fields has mostly been spicies. So I'll take that. be cautioned about the chili fryer. If this bug snacker will instantly run away and burn everything if it feels threatened. And then if you chase it and it turns to water, it will be cooled out. And if cooled out, it will try to find a bush to hide in. If it finds a bush, then it will hide there until it comes out. But if it realizes it burned all the bushes, then it will just stand there and accept its fate as you catch it. Making a custom bug snack for you! Alright, Egg Pie VR, I hope you had a good night's sleep, so let's see which class of bug snack you're going to be, and it seems like you're going to be a regular bug snack, and there's nothing wrong with that. Alright, now it's time to see how many types you're going to have, and it seems like it's going to be 3 types, so let's see those 3 types we have. The first one is Frosty, another Frosty bug snack, and then next one will be Green, a green Frosty. This will be kind of hard, but okay. Last one is Aggressive. Oh, this is going to be a bit hard to make, but I can probably go with it. Alright, let's do this. I introduced you to Motchlug. This bug snack is known for its frosty and bitter taste. It refused to interact with any bug snack or Grumpus, so its resolution of not interacting with anybody is violence. It will push towards you and bump you up, and it will push you again. And it is frosty, green, aggressive in typings, and it loves nothing. Just nothing. And you may also be asking, but does Motchlug also interact with its own kind? No, they do not. They do not interact with anything. Not even its own kind. Just stands there until you bother it and will mess with you. Yes, that's all it does. Making a custom bug snack for you! Alright, ChandraJade5133. Let's see which class of bug snack you're going to be. It seems like you're going to be another legendary. We got to save that one for the next region of this game. Alright. Okay, let's see what the next one. Let's see how many types you're going to have. And it seems like you're going to be having 2 types. Seems a bit too small for a legendary bug snack, but don't judge that. Don't judge that. Now we're going to see which types are going to be, and it seems like the first one will be a new type. Oh, this one is going to be really OP. Alright, the next one will be Sticky. A Sticky and a new type. This will be really good. I present you the Sour Rack Dropedo with the new Tangy type. And it says right here, these bug snacks may seem like a kind of small and harmless average bug snacks, but they do tend to grow up to be the most skilled bug snacks to ever have in combat. They give you a new disease like the fire and ice effect. They give you a new effect called the acid effect, where you will be slow for 10 seconds until you sober up. Don't even try getting near to them, or else they will give you that effect. To weaken it, you need to use a trip shot to cut down its web that keeps it stable. But you have to cut the web several times because it knows how to spin its web multiple times. Yeah, so you have to knock down its web until it gets exhausted and stops making webs. That is the opportunity to catch it. The bug snack is known for having a juicy texture and a sour taste, which most Grumpuses like. It is sticky and tangy in typings.